All right, how to focus is the next question. That's an easy one. This is explained in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says that somebody who's fixed up in Krishna consciousness, they have one pointed attention. But the problem is, there is this thing called Maya, the illusory material nature. There's a war going on at all times. What is that illusory material energy doing? Diverting our attention. Even I'm trying to do mala, but the mind is being pulled. No, you want to watch the basketball game. You're trying to study for your homework exam, but at the same time you have your cell phone on. Oh, somebody just texted me. So if you want to focus, you have to limit the distractions. Like it's very common in America. Somebody, a high school or college student, trying to do homework, the TV's on, the radio's on, and their cell phone is on. So they've got 3 distractions going on. They're trying to do the work. Oh, hi, Jamie. What's going on? How about you have to limit your distractions. I'll give you a classic example. When my daughter got married, so my daughter, her husband, they were living with me in my 2-bedroom house, 2-bedroom apartment, not a house, apartment. We gave them one of the 2 bedrooms, okay? So he was trying to become a lawyer. So he would lock himself in the room 8 hours a day, just concentrating on studying for the bar exam. Took him 2 times. But passing the bar is you have to focus. You have to concentrate. So you have to strip away the distractions. So that's the key thing. Turn off the cell phone, turn off the television, everything, and just concentrate on, don't try to do multitask. Focus on one thing and do it nicely. That's simple. That's like, yeah. For instance, me, every day, I'm spending 3-4 hours chanting and studying. Unless the call, right? I have caller ID. So unless the call, I know the number and it's urgent, I don't pick up that phone. I figure if it's important, they'll leave a message. I'll get back to them. Because if I pick up the phone every time it rings, I'm not going to get my quality time in. So limit the distractions. Phone, TV, others, even others. Limit it. Dive in. As we say, get absorbed. Good quality absorption time. More questions? Yes, Hiran? No more questions? Oh, very good. Go ahead. Oh, how to control anger. You have anger issues at this age? You get mad at yourself. That is not necessarily bad. Not necessarily. Getting mad at yourself, other people is bad. Okay. So let's first deal with getting mad at yourself. As I said, getting mad at yourself is not necessarily bad, provided it becomes an impetus to correct bad behavior. We see this in the case of Yudhishthir, Arjuna, both of them. when they realized they made a mistake or did the wrong thing, they became angry with themselves, but used that as personal motivation. Never going to do that again. They did what they had to do to correct the mistake. Because the worst thing is to repeat mistakes. That's called stupidity. Stupidity is, I keep doing the same thing, which is a mistake, and thinking the next time I do the same thing, I'll get the correct answer. But no matter how many times you think 2 + 2 = 5, it's never going to be 5. So, repeating the same mistake? No. To make a mistake, that's human nature. Because we have imperfect senses. We make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Even Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, mistake is there in every material activity. There has to be mistake. Don't worry about it. Because you don't have perfect senses. But you limit the effect. You restrict the amount the mistake will have by using corrective measures. So getting mad at yourself, good. Now, getting mad at others doesn't do any good. Because you getting mad at somebody doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to change what they've done or what they're doing. Right? We see this with husband and wife. We see it all the time. Getting mad, does that change the situation? Just like right now. They want Obama to start using the phrase Muslim extremist. And Obama laughed at them. Changing the name isn't going to change anything. Just calling that doesn't solve the problem. You understand? You have to solve a problem doing intelligent things, not by calling it a different name. How does that change anything? So you getting mad at someone isn't necessarily going to change anything. And besides, doesn't do you any good, right? So, rather than get mad at someone, because all it does is increase your own blood pressure, and when you get to by my age, you don't want that. Okay, you're young right now. You're not going to worry about blood pressure unless you start acting and eating crazy. But when you're my age, you got to chill out. My wife sometimes said, hey, calm down. You're raising your blood pressure. But one time I tricked her. I said, because I was very angry. And I said, bring me the thing. This blood pressure was the same. So I said, my getting angry doesn't change my blood pressure. But the fact of the matter is, getting angry is simply a reaction. It's not a solution. Even Krishna mentions this in the Srimad Bhagavatam. There's a time and a place to get angry. Yes, if you have to fight, if fighting is required, you've got to be angry. Like, again, tomorrow, the big Kurukshetra on the basketball court tomorrow. Right? They are going to be angry. You don't play the game like, Om Shanti. No. These guys are Shudra Kshatriyas. Okay? They have to be pumped up. Yes, if you're fighting, do you do any martial arts or anything like that? No. Okay. Instead of getting angry at persons, when you have anger, take it out on your tablas. Right? Use that because it's an energy. That anger at others, it's an energy, and you want to do something with it. Take it out on your tablas. So your tablas should always be there. Because when you have that anger, lock yourself in your room. Get all that anger out. Let it out. But getting angry at others may not necessarily change any outcome. Better to use your intelligence. So obviously, you get angry at others, they disappoint you, or they try to hurt you, yes? I mean, you tell me, why do you get angry at others? What do? They hurt you? They disappoint you? They promise you things and then they don't come through? Yeah. Okay. This is how you think. Okay. You forgive and you forget. But now you know that this person has lost a little bit of your original question, trust. So you don't have animosity. You don't have, you know what that word means, right? Animosity. So you forgive them, all right. They're less intelligent. They're foolish. You forgive them, all right? But now you know this person cannot be trusted as much as they were before, so that you don't become a fool. There's an expression. It's better to have an intelligent person as your enemy other than having a fool for a friend. An intelligent enemy won't harm you as much as a foolish friend. So be selective. Be selective on who you place your trust with. Your heart is a very special thing. I'm not talking about the physical organ. I'm talking about heart, meaning your love, your devotion, your faith, that aspect of the heart. That you should be very selective. Whether it be a girl, be very, because here in America we got 1 billion songs about persons, they gave their heart to somebody and then it got broken. They've been writing songs about that they've got 1 billion songs. My baby done left me. I know all about that. I have much experience of that before coming to Krishna. That was a big reason why I came to Krishna, because my heart had been broken so many times. And I was fed up. And then my spiritual master told me, you're putting your faith in the wrong thing. Put your faith in Krishna. He's beautiful, all opulent. He has everything. I made that decision at 1973. I do not regret that decision. Look at me now, Mama. Look at me now. Best decision I ever made was to place my faith and trust in my spiritual master and in Krishna. Hopefully, I bless you that you will also place your faith in Guru and Krishna. Okay? You like that? More questions. He's got more questions? Okay, wait. Come up to the microphone. You speak into the microphone.
So how do you control panic? It's sort of like...
Panic? How do you control panic? Okay, so...
say you're getting late to school.
Okay, intelligence. First you have to ask yourself, how much of this situation is my doing, or how much of it is based on others? So you have to use your intelligence. If it's something that I did, then you don't do it in the future. Okay? But if it's based on somebody else, your parents or your friends, correct? Then there's not much choice you have in the matter. The only thing you can do is control your own self. You can't control your friends. You can't control others. The only thing you can do is control you. Now, apart from that, panic comes, again, lack of intelligence. In your case, it's a lack of experience. You're young. What, you're 12 years old. Your life is just beginning. So there's not much that you have control over. But as you get older, you will have more opportunity to control your environment. So you want to act in such a way that you always have options in your life. And always have not one backup plan, 2, 3, 4 backup plans. Because trust me, we make so many plans, but sure enough, they're all going to find a dead end. And what are you going to do now? So that's why you need backup plans. So you're young, you're protected, not much you can do. But as you get older, as you get more freedom, beautiful word, freedom. And it's America, the land of the free. Like I was saying before, they go away to college. Free, baby, I'm free. But you got to be careful with freedom, because it could also be a noose, that freedom. Use your intelligence. How do you do in school?
I do good.
You do good? All right. So stay away from bad people. Stay away from bad things. Be careful of the internet. Because the internet can be used for good, and there's a lot of evil on the internet. It's just a flick away. Wow! Yes. Parents, it's scary what's on the internet. And your little baby is one click away from complete debauchery. Be good. Okay? And be smart. Don't waste your youth and intelligence. What do you want to be when you grow up?
An astrophysicist.
A what?
An astrophysicist.
So, I can't hear you. Talk in the mic.
An astrophysicist.
Astrophysicist. Very good. Can you figure out a way how to go to Krishna Loka? I would be interested in that. So you have to study hard. You got to really work hard to be an astrophysicist. Whew. You guys are great. But stay away from Maya and bad things, okay? All right, next question.
Thank you.
You have more? How come it's only the boys asking questions? The girls are hiding something? I think so. Not to be shy in front of me. I'm nobody. Okay, yes. No, she's got, yes, go ahead. No, you raised your hand. Why Krishna? Oh, good. I love this question. Wait a second. $64,000 question. Okay, why Krishna? You've asked the right person, because I was not raised Hindu. I was raised Christian Catholic. Okay? So you might ask yourself, how this white guy, Christian Catholic from New York, how come he's mad after Krishna? So, why Krishna? Why Krishna? Because Krishna and his philosophy is the most complete understanding of the science of God. Science of God. Now, I was raised on Bible. Okay? 20 years Bible. I was up until I was 19, I was a good boy. 19 to 23, I became a demon. But up until 19, I was good, nice boy. So, at the age of 22, 23, I discovered Gita and Krishna. And when I started reading Gita and the story of Krishna, immediately I could detect Bible had very little knowledge and information about God. I'm just speaking objectively. They have no description of what God looks like. What does God do? What does God like? Who his associates are? The understanding of God as a person is very little information. But when you read Gita and the books about Krishna, you immediately realize, wow, they have so much knowledge about God. It's like the difference between a toy bicycle and a Mercedes. The difference between a floppy disk and a big 100 terabyte hard drive. The knowledge gap of information. Bible is one book. Bhagavatam is 18 Bibles. So there's more information. That's the first thing. There's much more, whether it be Bible or Quran or any other religion, they have very little information about God. Yes, they tell you what is right and wrong. Yes. But when it comes to who is God, they maybe have an eyedropper. Oh, we know. Whereas Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Brahma Sanghita, Meenakshi is reading all these books. So much detailed information. We know what God looks like. We know what God likes to eat. And it's not burgers. We know what instrument he plays. You're an instrument. Krishna does not play guitar. Venu, Vangsi. He's a flautist. We know who's Krishna's mother, father, what he does in his spiritual realm, how he has come to earth millions and millions of times. That's one answer. Second answer. Second answer is you see the effect on yourself, what happens when you start to apply Krishna's philosophy. So, in most religions, they tell you, you do this, at the end of your life, you go to heaven. Okay? Christian religion teaches that. Muslim religion says that. You do this, you're going to go to heaven and enjoy. But in Gita, Krishna is saying that if you follow my instructions, you will see an immediate effect on your consciousness. Just like we have made a sumptuous feast, right? We made a sumptuous feast? Yes? Okay. And are we going to do an offering? Oh, they already offered. Oh, okay. It's already offered? Okay. So we're going to need someone to do that. But you also have to sing. You see for yourself. So when you're eating, when you eat, nobody knows what you are experiencing, but you do. If you're eating and somebody comes, oh, have one more samosa. No. Right? You know when you've had enough. And you know, I like this, I don't like this. I like this, but I don't like this. like kids. They don't like dal, but they like misri. Okay? Everybody has their taste. And they know what they like, and they know I'm full. So this is explained in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says, Yaksha Vagamam Dharmyam. You'll know in yourself how you are progressing. As I've explained 1 billion times, I would not do hours of chanting mala if I wasn't getting something out of it. I'm not going to spend 2, 3, 4 hours every day since the age of 23. I'm now 66. I'm not going to spend every day for the past 43 years chanting mala and thinking, well, Krishna says when I die, I'll go somewhere. No, that's not me. I don't believe in a post-dated check. No post-dated check. I want immediate results. So, as soon as I started chanting, I saw what was happening inside. If you saw me 45 years ago, you would not believe that this is the same person. I had hair down to here, a big beard. I look a lot different. Of course, I'm a lot fatter, but that's because I like prasadam. But I know when I chant, when I read, when I do the Sankirtan, I know how good I feel. And when I'm driving home at the end of the program, I'm floating. I know how I feel by following. So you know how this philosophy works. Then another thing, why Krishna? You see the other people who are also practicing, you see how nice they are. When I was growing up, I found it very hard. Everybody disappointed me. I had very few, if any, real good friends. I knew lots of people, but friends, people I could actually count on, hardly one. So, but when I came into contact with Hare Krishna devotees, now I realized here are some really nice friends. Now, here I am. I've been chanting 43 years. Okay? So, after all this time, who are my friends? I have maybe 5 American friends, 95 Indian friends. Okay? So why do I like you people? Because you're nice, you're educated, you have good qualities, and you cook good. Yes. Why Krishna? Because I read Krishna's life story. And I read Krishna's life story again this year, maybe the 10th time. 10 times I have gone through the entire Krishna Leela from start to finish. There are 90 chapters. I'm now on chapter 85. Again, I started maybe April. I started. Said, let me go through it again. And the 10th time I'm reading it, it's still enjoyable. Still I am enjoying how Krishna killed Kamsa, how Krishna kidnapped Rukmini, how Krishna did this and all. I love it. I enjoy it. People like to read this Harry Potter and this other garbage. I will read about Krishna. What transcendental benefit I will get from Harry Potter? No transcendental benefit. But if I read about Krishna, I become spiritually enlivened. So when you ask why Krishna, I'm the best person to ask, because I've come from the dark side. I know. Ain't nobody going to convince me that they have something better than Krishna. If somebody says, why are you into this Krishna? Why are you good? No. First bring some palak paneer, then we'll talk. Krishna's food, Krishna himself, Krishna's personality, Krishna's pastimes, everything about Krishna. The word Krishna means all attractive. Everything about Krishna is attractive. And what can I say? Perhaps in my previous life I was Hindu.